would like to welcome you all to our Gurkha Memorial Day. So this is our special day. So every year we have been celebrating during this time of the year, 24th of April, closest to the Sunday, 24th of April. The main highlights of the Beagle tune by David Grace. And then after that we'll have 2 minutes silence. To welcome our coordinator and vice president of Thurrock Nepalese Gurkha community and the coordinator of Gurkha Memorial Day, Mr. Kishore Limbu, to express his findings and ideas on why we are celebrating this. Why is it important to celebrate this one? So I would like to welcome him.
Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be here on this very special day. I would like to welcome our Mayor, Mr. James Holden, our Councillor, Mr. Abbas, and our Thurrock MP, Mr. Metcalf, for this special day. Since 1815, 24 April, when the first Gurkha regiment was formed, the door to Nepalese and the Gurkhas opened to the world. And since then, our special relationship between Britain and Nepal started and is still going on. Even after 208 years and running, our special relationship between Nepal and UK is still strong as ever. Today is a very important day for the Gurkhas and their descendants. Today we remember our Gurkha and their comrades who paid the ultimate sacrifice. And because of their sacrifice, we have the privilege to live in peaceful and democratic world. We also honor their family who have given up their time and with their loved ones in the name of country. We are doing this event since 2009. Why 24th of April? 24th of April is the birth of the Gurkhas in 1815 in Kumaon, northwest of India. And since we don't have the Remembrance Day for the Gurkhas, and it's going on for a very long time, so we will like to appeal everyone, the government of Nepal and government of UK, to establish this day, 24th of April, a nearest Sunday, as a Gurkha Memorial Day, to remember and honor all the sacrifice, all the contribution the Gurkhas have given to this country, to UK, and Nepal. Back in during the First World War, the Gurkhas, there were about 250,000 contributed fought for Allied forces, British Empire. As you can see, Nepal is a small country. During those times, the population of Nepal was only about 5 million. And to give almost, the record says almost 25% of the youth was contributed, was fighting for the British during the First World War. And that is a very big chunk of population. And the casualties also very high for the Gurkhas. The record says about 20%, near about 20% casualties. 25,000 to 30,000 died and injured on those, and the numbers could be higher. And during the Second World War, again 250,000 contributed to the war effort, and 30 to 60,000 perished during the Second World War. So you can imagine, for a tiny country of Nepal, the contribution has given to the country, to the UK and the world is very immeasurable. One of the highest mortality rate among the soldiers. Nepalese Gurkha Army also involved during the World War. Biggest contribution to the Nepalese Gurkhas from a small country. There are no official memorial and cenotaph anywhere in Nepal, and no mention of all these people who fought and died for the country. And as I remember, studying in Nepal and in the UK, there's no mention about the contribution the Gurkhas have given in any history book also. So we are pretty much in the shadow. So we need to work on this and educate people about the contribution the small countries Nepal have done. We have almost forgotten about the Gurkhas, and it is our duty to start remembering them and their sacrifice to Nepal and the United Kingdom. Finally, I would like to thank the people of Thurrock and the UK for supporting us to make this day memorable. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coordinator Mr. Kishore Limbu. I would like to invite our President, Mr. Man Bahadur Rai, to say a few words on occasion of Gurkha Memorial Day. Thank you.
Very धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. Namaskar to all and everybody. Good morning. Dear invited, distinguished Mayor of Thurrock, Councillor James Halter, Stephen Matt Gaffin, Member of Parliament from Thurrock and Basildon, and Councillor Mr. Abbas, and Councillor Lee Watson, and Mr. and Mrs. Shu Alan Gosling, and all attendees here, all British people, and Thurrock Nepalese Gurkha community members. Thank you all for coming to support this event. I humbly welcome you all. Gurkha Memorial Sunday is one of the historic and our solidarity event founded by two honest friends, Mr. and Mrs. Shu and Alan Gosling. Since then, we have been exploring to the public why we are here today. Remembrance of our brave Gurkhas who have had given their lives for peace, freedom, and prosperity. Since the two world wars, broke out and current conflict. Number two, to educate people when, why, and how the Gurkhas became is part of the Indian and the British soldier. Well, who are the Gurkhas? Those who have been serving in the British and the Indian army for almost 208 years, since 1815. हजुरहरूले धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ आज आइदिनु भएको छ। यो कार्यक्रम के हो भन्ने कुरो हजुरले भन्नु पर्दैन होला सायद। यो गोर्खाजहरूको एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण दिन हो, किनभनेदेखि हाम्रो यस्तो खालको कार्यक्रम अहिले गरिदिँदैन, हामीले नगरेसम्म अहिले कसैले गरिदिँदैन। त्यसैले गर्दाखेरि यहाँहरू सम्पूर्णलाई हामीले जानकारी गराएका हौँ र यो कार्यक्रमको महत्त्वपूर्ण के हो भने पनि म अलिकति भन्छु। यो दुईजना यहाँको गोराहरूले सुर आलनले चाहिँ नि हामीले यो कार्यक्रम सुरुवात गरेको हो र यो उहाँले काम यो यस्तो खालको इभेन्टहरू रन गरिदिँदाखेरि अब हामीले गर्न सकेनौँ भने हाम्रो कुनै पनि औचित्य रहँदैन र महत्त्व पनि हुँदैन। त्यो महत्त्व राख्नको लागि पनि तपाईँ हामी गोर्खाजहरू, गोर्खाको फ्यामिलिजहरू र उहाँको सन्ततिहरू छोराछोरीले यस्तो काम गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ र हामी देखाउनकै लागि यस्तै कार्यक्रम गर्नको लागि हाम्रा छोराछोरी हामी सम्पूर्ण आउनुपर्छ भनेर भनेका हौँ। यहाँ धेरै हामी समय बिताउँदैन, 1-2 घन्टा हो। 1-2 घन्टामा के गर्छौँ भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो इतिहास के हो, हामी कसरी गोर्खा भयौँ, कहिलेदेखि हामी गोर्खा भयौँ र हामी यहाँ किन आयौँ र के को लागि आयौँ, के गर्नको लागि महत्त्वपूर्ण झल्काउनको लागि नै हो। हामीले धेरै समय बिताउनु पर्दैन, केही समयको लागि हो, 1-2 घन्टा, धेरै भनेको 3 घन्टा। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ तपाईँहरू जो आइदिनु भएको छ र यही हजुरहरूले बुझिराख्नु भएको छैन भने समयमा तपाईँले सोध्नु हुँदैछ यो कहिलेदेखि भयो, 1815 सालदेखि भएको हो। यो हामी भर्ती भयौँ अनि 1947बाट यहाँ 4वटा रेजिमेन्ट आयो अनि त्यसपछि हामीले बृहत ठुलो भयो। हाम्रो के अरे वीर गोर्खालीहरूले संसारभरि लडे, मारिए, अङ्गभङ्ग भए, उहाँहरूको सम्झनामा आज हामी कार्यक्रम गरिरहेका छौँ। अब यहाँले थाहा छ होला हाम्रो भिसी, अन्तिम भिसी रामबहादुर लिम्बू हुनुहुन्थ्यो, एकजना भिसी हुनुहुन्थ्यो। उहाँ पनि यो गत शुक्रबार 3 बजे नेपालमा बितिसक्नु भएको छ। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि उहाँको पनि हामीले सम्झना गऱ्यौँ, उहाँको पनि सम्झना हामीले मौन धारण गऱ्यौँ। अब यस्ता हाम्रा वीर गोर्खाहरू अब गइसके जाँदैछन् र यसरी नै जो हामी अहिले छौँ हामी पनि त्यो दिन अवश्य पनि आउनेछ र हामी पनि कुनै बेला जान्छौँ। तर पनि के हो भनेदेखि हाम्रो यो कार्यलाई सफल गर्ने निमित्त हाम्रो बालबच्चाहरू छोराछोरी गर्दै छन् भने हामीले विश्वास राख्नुपर्छ र उहाँलाई सबैजना हामी प्रोत्साहित हुनुपर्छ र छोराछोरीलाई प्रोत्साहन गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने म यहाँ समक्ष अनुरोध गर्छु। र अन्तमा जति पनि आजको यो कार्यक्रममा हाम्रो विकुल भाइहरू अनि हाम्रो के अरे पापा भाइहरू आउनुभएको छ, उहाँले धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ। यो कार्यक्रममा यहाँहरूको सहभागिताको लागि हामी धेरै आभारी छौँ र यसरी नै आगामीको दिनहरूमा पनि यहाँहरूको साथ र सहयोग मिल्नेछ भनेर हामी पूर्ण आशा गर्छौँ। र यो गोर्खा मेमोरियल सन्डे छ, यहाँलाई पनि के जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु भने यो अब हामीले यो सम्झना लायकको के त भन्दाखेरि आएर यो कार्यक्रम मात्रै नभएर हामीले बाहिर पनि कुनै पनि हाम्रो एउटा के अरे स्ट्याचु राख्नेछौँ जसमा हामीले जहिले पनि त्यहाँ आएर त्यो हामीले पुरै गोर्खालीजहरूको सम्झनाको लायकको एउटा चाहिँ मोनुमेन्ट बनाउनेछौँ र त्यो मोनुमेन्टमा सधैँ यसै कार्यक्रममा हामी सम्झिने कार्यक्रम गर्नेछौँ। त्यसैले गर्दाखेरि हामीले गोर्खा मेमोरियल सन्डे पनि राखेका हौँ भने पनि यहाँले बुझ्नुपर्छ र यसमा यहाँहरूको सम्पूर्ण साथ र सहयोग अवश्य मिल्नेछ भन्दै आजको कार्यक्रम अब अन्त हुँदै गइरहेको अवस्था छ भन्दै तपाईँहरू सबैलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद र all invitees guys, thank you so much for coming today. You will be supporting us every year, every time in this year. भन्दै म यहाँहरू सम्पूर्णमा धन्यवाद दिँदै मेरो मन्तव्य अन्त गर्न चाहन्छु। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच। थ्याङ्क यू।
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Man Bahadur Rai. So I would like to invite our chief guest, Mayor of Thurrock, Mr. James Haldon, to have say a few words about this ceremony, please. Thank you.
Good morning. It gives me a great pleasure to be here. I think what's your 208th anniversary of being affiliated with the British Army. Now, I really love Purfleet and I love the Gurkha community. And let me explain what I actually mean. We worked out that during the year in which I've been mayor, Purfleet is the place that I have visited most often out of all of our communities. And in fact, this building, this is the most visited building by myself other than the building where my own office is. In terms of the Gurkha community, I think I've had the pleasure of meeting you 6 times, including on the occasion where Councillor Bass opened the very first Nepalese burial ground that Thurrock has ever had. The relationship that the Gurkhas have had with the British Army for over 2 centuries now, protecting and defending our values overseas, makes you a very special part of our community. And I think it's especially poignant that we're meeting for your 208th anniversary today on St George's Day. St George, the patron saint of England, the flag which you have got exactly the same stake in as everyone else in this country, and a flag that the Gurkhas have nobly and loyally defended for over 2 centuries now. And I know that certainly as we continue to have conversations about how we hold the Gurkhas and fellow military personnel in high esteem, certainly Mr Metcalfe, as one of our members of Parliament, is a keen supporter of the armed forces, and I know he wishes to visit Nepal when he has the opportunity. So thank you especially for everything that you do to keep the Gurkha community so strong and vibrant in Thurrock. Thank you for everything that Sue and Alan do to keep this wonderful facility alive and to play host to the 2nd largest Gurkha museum in the country. It is a privilege for myself and my colleagues to be here this afternoon, and I wish you a very enjoyable day. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to welcome Member of Parliament Stephen Metcalfe from Basildon to have a few words, please.
Good morning, everybody. I hadn't expected to speak today, but it is an absolute privilege to have the opportunity to say a few words. It is a great privilege to have been invited to join you today on this 208th anniversary celebration of the association between the Gurkhas and the British Army. I think it is fair to say that within the British heart, whenever I am out and about, whenever the name Gurkha comes up, people want to talk about their experience, their thoughts, their memories of our association, and it is right that we come together to celebrate that association. Mr. President, I think you made a very good point when you talked about how we can more formally recognise the anniversary of that association, and I think that that is something that I, as an elected representative in Parliament, should take away and talk to my colleagues about, of how we can make the 24th of April National Gurkha Remembrance Day. As James, our Mayor, has said, it is fitting that it comes this year, it falls on St George's Day, which is our day of national recognition, and I think it's right that on that day we should take away the opportunity to recognise your commitment. So, as I say, thank you very much indeed for the invitation to come and say a few words, to share today with you. I've been looking at the plaque over there, which talks actually about Dunkirk and about the commitments that were made, and I want to misquote the second part of that. So the quote at the moment says, although the sands of time run out, the sands of Dunkirk will remain in our memories forever. And I think, to misquote that, although the sands of time pass, the sands of our friendship will remain forever. Thank you.
Now, finally, I would like to invite Councillor Gurkha Bass to have a few words about this ceremony, please. Thank you.
Namaste, Namaskar, and good morning. First and foremost, I want to thank Ellen, Sue, and TNG for organizing this 208th anniversary of Gurkha. We in Thurrock, we appreciate your contributions you have made to Thurrock, to United Kingdom, and to the wider democratic values around the world. So thank you. So what we have done here in Thurrock, we have established first Nepalese Gurkha cemetery here in Thurrock. We have established first Hindu prayer service in Thurrock. And I was pleased when I offered these free English courses for our Nepalese women, and I was very pleased when Camilla, your Vice President, told me a few weeks ago, so out of those 25 women, 15 have started their own business now. So Yeah, 27. Yeah. So we are here as a Thurrock, council. Whenever you need our support or help, we are always there. So thank you once again. So we have said a lot of stuff in English and Nepalese, and I will also say something in Hindi. ये आपका जो 208th एनिवर्सरी है, इसके ऊपर हम आपको मुबारकबाद पेश करते हैं, और जो आपने जहाँ पे सर्विसेज की हैं, हम थरक काउंसिल के बिहार पे आपका शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। और आपको पता है कि हमने यहाँ पे पहली जो नेपलीज सेमेट्री है वो यहाँ पे बनाई है वेस्ट थरक के अंदर। उसके अलावा हमने आपके जो ख़वातीन के इंग्लिश कोर्सेज का इनकार किया है यहाँ पे, और उसके अलावा हमने जो हिंदू प्रेयर सर्विस है वो की है। हम हमेशा यहाँ पे आपके लिए मौजूद हैं, जब आपको ज़रूरत हो we are here. So thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaisa Abbas. I would like to also take this opportunity to pay our condolences to our last remaining alive Victoria Cross winner, Mr. Rambal Limbu, who was expired last Friday. I've been informed there's one more guest to speak, Councillor Watson, to have a few words regarding the ceremony, please. Please welcome by the applause. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite for being here. And the Gurkha community meet is really, well, thank you really for making me, because if it wasn't for the Gurkhas, my father and my grandfather would probably be dead by now, and you actually saved them. So therefore I was born. So we are very a military family, so I can only say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for every single thing you've done. You should be recognised in the British Army for who you really are and the work you've really done. And growing up with the Gurkha community has been an absolute inspiration. So thank you so much.
And next I would like to invite again Mr. Kishore Limbu, our coordinator, to close the ceremony.
Once again, I would like to thank everyone for coming today. Our special guest, MP Stephen Metcalf, our Mayor James Holden, our Councillor Mr. Abbas, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank people of Thurrock also for making this memorial service possible. And I would like to conclude this ceremony with our bagpiper, Bharat Rai from Gurkha Signal. He's still serving, and his mate Kishore Magar from Stratford Gurkha Signal. I will say a few words in Nepali. तपाईहरु सबैलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद आज आउनु भएकोमा र आजको यो रिमेम्बरेन्स कार्यक्रम चाहिँ हाम्रो ब्याकपाइपर गोर्खा सिग्नलको ब्याकपाइपर भरत राई र उहाँको साथी किशोर मगर ज्यूलाई धन्यवाद दिँदै उहाँको ब्याकपाइपरबाट अन्तिम गर्न चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद। थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच।
then you push the packet down into, and you can push the charge, and so you need compression. There's different ways of firing it. If you're in the car, for safety, you use that.